my name is Parisa and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, subscribe down below to watch more videos. Follow me on my Instagram. So today we will be talking about a really interesting topic. On my Instagram story, I did a poll asking you guys if you would want to watch a video on how to take care of newborns, infants, and toddlers, and a lot of you guys said that yes, you wanted my help. So today I'll be answering all the questions that you sent to me, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. So I'm not a doctor, I'm not a pediatrician, I'm just a mom speaking from experience. Also, I've been a preschool teacher for 6 years, so I've had experience around toddlers and infants. All the advice that I'll be giving you is to make your life a little bit more easier. So one of the questions was that I heard your son used to sleep through the night, so how did you manage to do that? So really good advice that I got from one of my cousins was to make sure that you set up a schedule or a routine. So trust me you guys, once you have a routine or a schedule set up and once you start following it, your child will be used to the same exact schedule and the routine. You will have the best sleep. We deal with this issue that our kids are not able to sleep and they're waking up through the night. Thank God I did not have that problem, and my son would sleep all night long and then he would wake up at like 8 in the morning for his milk. So let me tell you how to make a routine. In the beginning, kids usually need to eat like every 2 hours or every 3 hours. I used to have a schedule at exactly 8 o'clock in the morning. He would wake up and have his milk, and then 2 hours later he would fall asleep. And then again he would wake up and I would give him milk, and then 2 hours later he would fall asleep. So when you have your schedule or your routine set, you need to make sure that you stick to it. If your child wakes up at 8 and wants milk at 8, you need to make sure that you give them milk at exactly 8 o'clock. That's what I used to do. I never used to make it 1 second late or 1 second early. I used to give my child milk at exactly 8 in the morning on the dot. So my son, he had a routine. He used to sleep at 8 p.m. Without waking up through the night, he would wake up at like 9 o'clock. That's only because I had a routine set and I would stick to it and be very strict about my routine. This is the kind of schedule you need to have in the beginning once you have your child. And honestly, they'll be sleeping through the night, you will have no problem, and yeah, let's get to the next question. Another question we had was what to feed your child at the age of 6 months. So by the age of 6 months, kids usually start eating solids. To start with solids and to help with the chewing, I got these mesh things. They come in a pack of 2, one is blue and one is green, but I have the green one with me right now. I will include the link down below for these. Really helpful. I would really recommend this. So what I would do is I would get a slice of an apple and I would put it inside, close it up, and then I would give it to my son, and what he would do is chew on it. That way a child would not be choking on their food. They will just get the hang of chewing on food. You can put like a piece of a frozen banana in this, and with a frozen banana, when they bite on it, they'll get like a cold feeling and it will soothe down their gums, and it's really easy to wash as well. I suggest that you make your own baby food at home and not to buy the jar ones in the store because they do contain lead, which is not safe for your child. So it's better to make organic food at home, and it's also good because you know what you're putting in and you know how you're making it. So what I used to do was I used to get some banana, mash it up, and give it to my son. Obviously you need to start out slowly because they're not used to chewing. You can also give your child some oatmeal. I used to cut up some carrots, I used to puree it in the blender, and then I would strain it out so the juice would come out. And just a little bit of juice, I would put it in a sippy cup and give it to him. Natural organic juices are really good also. And by natural organic juice, I mean juice that's made at home. Not juice that has like corn syrup and like sugars in it. Let's get to the next question. So the next question was, what do you do when your child starts teething? When a child starts teething, they get like very cranky and they get very like moody, and they're not even drinking their milk or having their food or anything because their teeth are really hurting. Like I showed you before, you can put in a frozen banana in the mesh thing. Also, I would suggest getting silicone teethers. You can get rubber teethers as well. There's a really popular teether. It's called Sophie the Giraffe, and I'll link it down below. You can buy that as well. So with the silicone teethers, what I would do is I would pop them in the freezer for like a couple minutes, and then I would take them out and I would hand them to my son. When you put them in the freezer, the cold feeling really relaxes the gums and it gives them a little bit of soothing feeling, and it also calms them down. So you can try that and it really works. So now let's get to the next question. Breastfeeding better than bottle feeding? Of course, breastfeeding is better than bottle feeding only because it has all the natural vitamins and minerals that your child needs in order to grow. So I only breastfed my son for like 6 months, but if you can, I would suggest breastfeeding your child for at least like a year or two. It's better for their growth, it's good for their eyesight, and it's like all natural. So yeah, let's get to the next question. Next question is, how often can my child get screen time? Honestly, as they're growing up, when they're an infant, I would not suggest screen time at all. I would just suggest that you like play with them, and read them books or like show them some shapes. So at 6 months, I know it's kind of young, but I always loved to start things early. So I got this shape box, and honestly I know a lot of you guys will think that I'm crazy and it makes no sense and all that, but the earlier you start, the more it's better for your child. Their memory will be really good. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you help your child. Obviously they won't be able to put it in themselves. You just want to show them what it is, kind of like tell them what the shape is, kind of tell them what the color is, and like help them out by holding their hand and putting it in the box. I would suggest that you limit your screen time. The more play they have growing up is better than having screen time. I know a lot of kids out there get a little cranky, they get a little fussy, they get a little moody, and all of you moms out there, you take out your phone and you give it to them in their hands. But honestly, that is not a good idea. I would suggest avoiding that completely and to just give your child some time. A lot of you moms out there are really busy and are probably working moms as well and don't really have that much time. But so I do not recommend screen time at all. I'm like totally against screen time, only because in school it's a bit harder for kids. It can cause them to be a bit behind. They'll have very little attention span. They won't even be able to sit down for 2 minutes in circle time. I would suggest showing them some educational cartoons rather than just like cartoons in general. So by educational screen time, I mean by showing them some number rhymes, showing them some shape rhymes, showing them some color rhymes, and nursery rhymes as well, because in school a lot of the teachers, they sing nursery rhymes. So it's good for the child to get the idea of that. And also to start out by limiting their screen time for 15 minutes in the beginning. And then if you really need to increase it, then 30 minutes max, not more than 30 minutes. The more screen time they get, the less attention span they'll have. So just sit down with them, give them some time, play with them, take them outside for a walk, show them nature, the trees, the sky, the cars, the grass. Give them like some crayons so you can just hold it and scribble around, or so they're able to like learn all these things before they go to school. Sit down with them, sing some rhymes, give them time, and have a conversation with them. Honestly, these are the best years. Enjoy as much as you can when you have the time. Now let's get to the next question. When is the right time to start potty training? For girls, you can start potty training them as early as 6 months. You will need a lot of patience. There will be a lot of accidents happening, which is totally fine because that's how they get used to it. But with boys, it does take a longer time. As I mentioned about the talking earlier, that they will talk at their own pace whenever they want to, that's exactly the same case as potty training. They will start potty training at their own pace. You can start potty training readiness. So the right time to start potty training for boys is when they start throwing some hints at you, like touching their diapers or hinting you that they want to go to the bathroom. So that's when you can start potty training them. So that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope it was really helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment down below if you have any more questions that you want me to answer. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye!